Mm. I mean, that's all it is. Mm. Hey, yo, what's up, man? You said ES is boring, but it may grow on you. It is. It definitely is boring. Hey, yo, what's up, Cave Trader? ES is definitely boring for sure, but you'll stay in a trade longer, and you'll get less of that adrenaline dump for sure. Um, I will say that the ES kind of delivers a different type of high. It delivers delayed. What is it? Delayed satisfaction, delayed gratification, whatever you call it. It's delayed, but with the NQ is constantly going, releasing all that dopamine and adrenaline, and you kind of get high and addicted to it. But the ES definitely moves with a purpose. And if y'all took that short with me, man, look at that. Look how that short worked out. Or was it this short? Yeah, it was this move down. Was able to get all my money back. Uh, so I was talking to my trading partner Smith about this earlier. I made what 2K, lost 2K, made the 2K again, and then made an additional 2K, and I ended the day being up $4,500. If that was the Nasdaq, this account would have been blown. It would have been blown. So I was able to make that 4K back in that account yesterday. So I am happy about that. And go back to the account that we're monitoring because it was kind of. Oh, there it is. Or was it this account? No, it was the other one. Okay. I will say, as crazy as it sound, I sleep better at night too. Just trading the. Oh, come on, seriously? Oh, okay, I forgot. You got to keep it open. I got to keep it open. I was about to say, come on. Yeah, I sleep better at night only trading NQ or ES. I still got to keep it open, so I might as well just keep it independent. Mm. Okay. Mm. I don't know, Cave Trader. The Bulls are gonna have to prove it to me. They're gonna have to prove it. The reason why I say that is because we can clearly see that the market is trending down. We have all the EMAs now sloping to the downside. I don't think we get a reversal. I think that price is going to potentially pull back into an area of support, just an area of support somewhere, potentially here. I mean, we got the breaker structure to the upside. This is highly likely an area where the bulls may step up. We'll see. But we got both the short and long term EMAs. Actually, make sure that my let's see, where the hell's my marker at? Okay. So yeah, so we got both the short and long term EMAs sloping to the downside. And now we're starting to get the longer term EMA to start to slope to the downside as well. So we got all the EMAs starting to slope down. And on the ES, we all know that it matters. On the Nasdaq, not so much. ES, it matters. We got the EMAs flattening out. We got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a quintuple top. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attempts to break above that high that failed. And shit, a double top is all you need on a ES. But when you got 5 layers of buy stops above these highs, that means that there's a wall right here. There's a seller that's not allowing price to go above this high. However, this is engineered liquidity up here though. So if we do see price pull down, the bulls find support, and we see that push up, well, we all know that once we get a breakout out of this range, it's going to touch all them buy stops. And it's highly likely that when it pulls back, the bulls will highly likely buy that pullback. It's highly likely. And honestly, I really don't know why I kind of just stopped trading these instruments that trade with structure, because it's easy money. I feel it's more professional to trade this way anyway. As I've stated before, with the NQ, of course, of course, of course, of course. It's always something, right? It's always something. Um, okay, always something. Anyway, so yeah, with the Nasdaq, kind of like what I was talking about yesterday, we tapped perfectly into this range right here, and we saw that rejection. And because we see the bulls failing to push above this range on the Nasdaq, we could see a pullback back into this range so we can attract more buyers. We got liquidity sitting underneath this double bottom here on the Nasdaq, and we have this range right underneath it. Now, just because we have this range doesn't mean that the bulls have to stop here. I mean, we could just continue lower, and maybe the bulls want to come back and balance out that range. I mean, we don't know. But these are just areas that I've identified that at least the people that move these markets, this is where they've left their footprints at. So these are the areas that if I was trading the NASDAQ, I would participate at. But we can easily, see price continue to shoot up higher. We could potentially try to take out the highs above last Thursday's high, May 29th. May 29th's high at 858. We could see price try to push past that, take out this high, and then this will be the new range right here that the bulls are going to have to try to break out above, pull back, and hold if they want to see higher. I believe we only got a couple more days on this contract. I think we got 2 more weeks on this contract. So it's going to be interesting to see that if we don't get price to actually, what is the current all-time high on the NASDAQ? Let's actually look at that. Because I think that we're going to probably see a move, a gap, and we're going to probably take out, if not get close to all-time highs on the NASDAQ. That can't be true. Or is it? That can't be true. No, it's not true. That's not fucking true. See, AI sucks. AI just be fucking lying and shit. And then they ask you to pay for them to lie to you. What kind of crap is that? I asked what is the current all-time highs on NASDAQ futures, and it said 21,838. I was like, shut the fuck up. We just had it. Shut up. Sitting there lying. That was Thursday's high. I know I think it wasn't like 22.45 or something like that. Well, I guess I could just go on TradingView and look, but I was hoping that this Chat GPT or this Perplexity would just tell me instead of me having to look. Fine, I'll just look. Fine, since y'all couldn't help me out. All right, so look on the NQ, look on the June contract, look at the monthly. So I know all-time highs was in the 22,000 range, maybe 23 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, current all-time highs right now is 22,672. That's not too far off. That is not too far off. I think with this new contract, we're going to gap above that all-time high and keep going. Hey, yo, what's up, Red? Is Sis, is that you? Red Candles? Sis, is that you? But what's up, Red Candle? Yeah. Well. Yeah. Yeah. I saw your video, man. Very creative. I saw you went what 70 micro contracts on gold, but that was a good setup though. That was definitely a good setup on gold for sure. That was definitely a good setup. I took this short as well. Yeah, I took this short on gold and was able to get paid on it. I think you took the same short as well. If that was today. Mm-hmm. And yeah, and that's the good thing about that's the great thing about gold. There's really no need for FOMO. There's literally no need for FOMO on gold and ES. It moves slow. It builds. It builds the momentum. And once it's ready for the finale, it literally tells you. It literally tells you when it's ready for the finale. So you don't ever have to feel FOMO. Now, if you just straight up miss the move, then it's like, oh, damn, I missed it. But if you're in a chart and you're looking at an area and price trades into it, it's literally going to tell you. We rarely see the market V bottom off a high. It's rare. You can see they don't, it just doesn't do that. It just doesn't. So never in your life should you feel FOMO on gold or ES. No, actually, I mean that's how the human mind is programmed to work. You pick up on patterns. That's how you know your brain is working. It's designed literally specialize in picking up patterns because it just saves mental resources. If you pick up a pattern, you don't have to kind of like what a deer. I mean, it doesn't look to see if it's a tiger, lion, or bear. All it sees is, oh shit, that looks like something that ate my friend last week. Let me run the fuck away. It's just the same thing. We use patterns to make things easier. So I think that's where those intuition, those gut feelings come from as well. Hmm. Yep. I mean, we could see a big move down on gold though. That is, I definitely wouldn't be buying gold until it kind of shows, until it kind of dips back into support. Yeah, I mean, I think I might just stop doing that as well. I think I might just start focusing on. Yeah, I'll just probably stop doing that. Yeah, I guess we could see that happen. We could potentially see a bounce there. Yeah, I guess it's highly likely for it to bounce there. So. Uh, uh. Mm. But you know what, Cave Trader? You know what? Hmm. Like I said, if the Bulls can hold this, because I mean, you can look at this from different perspectives. Obviously, the trend is bearish, so I would need to see the bulls kind of prove that they want it here because it is super bearish. However, if we see kind of like a sweep below these lows, like a sweep and a push back up, we could potentially see price try to take out those highs. And it's not like we haven't seen that. It's not like we haven't seen it all this week. The market has been starting off with a bearish move to the downside. It's been pretty bearish. And overnight, we have a move up. Now, I do believe that we do have some news overnight. I do think that the ECB is cutting rates, if I'm not mistaken. I do think that probably was, well, we are trading the Golden Girls. So, I mean, they're going to move slow regardless. But yeah, so we got the ECB rate decision tonight. It will be announced during the 8:15. Oh, so that's actually tomorrow morning. Around 8:15 tomorrow morning Eastern, 7:15 Central. So around 7:15 tomorrow morning, we have ECB announcing their interest rate decision. So maybe the market is going to wait for that. Looks like we have the China Caxton Service PMI. What the hell is that? So China's Service PMI tonight is going to be released around 8:45, or so that's already been released already. Yeah, that's about it. So yeah, that's about it. We do have ADP and ISM service data being released. So we had a lot of job data being released this week. A lot of job data. So, and we have non-farm payroll productivity for Q1. So I'm pretty sure that I guess a lot of speculators are going to want to. Yeah, there's a lot of data that's going to be released tomorrow. So even though these are the Golden Girls, I guess everybody's going to be like, well, we might as well just sit on our hands until tomorrow, or at least until London opens, I guess. Hey, yo, what's up, Alfred? What's up, man? I mean, I guess it could, man. I guess it could, but yeah, I don't want nothing that no, that's perfect the way it is. Perfect the way it is. Yo, congratulations, our boy Alfred got another payout. Got another banked in another payout. Actually, let me do this because I'm not interested in that. But I mean, I guess it's cheap. I was excited when I saw that MFF had a 50% off discount. And I was like, man, let me hurry up and use that. And then I saw that it was only for new users only. And I thought to myself, why the hell would you do something like that? Why would you alienate repeating customers and only give a discount like that to newcomers? You lose money. But I mean, it's their business. But at the same time, it just doesn't make sense. Now I don't even want to buy an account from them now because I feel like shit. I want to take advantage of a coupon like that, a coupon code like that. And it's only for new users. They should know better than that. Yeah, make sure you keep it, man. I believe we have let me see. Let me make sure before I think next week. I know the 18th. I know next week or that week where it's Juneteenth, FOMC, rollover, quad witching. Is that next week? No, that's okay. So in 2 weeks, the third week of June, we have FOMC, Juneteenth, quad witching, all in 1 week, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So next week or the next 2 weeks, that week may be a little funky. I would probably stick to evals during that week because the market is going to, well, we don't know. But when you have so many things that's going to slow down the market in 1 week, jam packed in 1 week, I don't feel that it's worth losing an account or potentially losing an account over. I mean, you can catch a good move, but I'm just preparing for erratic price action. Yeah, it definitely will, Alfred. It definitely will. We all know that quad witching, everybody, because especially when we get that new contract, I think the new contract may already be available. Let's actually look at that. What is that? We're in June. So is it the September contract that should be available right now? Let's actually look to see if it's available. Because we got the June, August, September. Yeah, so it should be August. Let's see. Because you already know that the new contract has to catch up, or is going to try to catch up. She's going to try his best to catch up to the new contract. Yep, you see that? You see that? The new contract has already gapped the fuck up. It's already gapped up. I think all-time highs on the ES. Let's actually look at that real quick. Let's look at all-time highs on the ES. Because like I said, I think this is what this market is going to do. It's going to gap over all-time highs and it's going to keep going. Yeah, so currently all-time highs is 6,235. So 6,235 is a current all-time high on the ES. And the new contract is already at 6,000. There's a big green dildo candle up. So that's definitely going to be something that we pay attention to. I mean, I guess we can look at the NQ because, I mean, why not? Let's see where that's at right now. I wouldn't be surprised if it's gapped over. Yep. Well, and that's interesting. That's interesting for the Nasdaq. Honestly, I thought it would already be. I mean, it's almost there. It's about what 30, 25, 35 points away from 22K. So right now, the September contract is trading at 21,965. And so we all know that this current contract is going to try to get closer to this number as possible. And then this number is going to try to get closer to June's contract. So when both of them close, the price should be near each other. That's usually how it works. It's not guaranteed to work that way, but it's usually how it works. So I think the last rollover, it was maybe one closed a little bit lower than the other one. But from what I've seen so far, that they usually close around the same price, and it makes sense too. But all right, so 09. That's Satan's chart right there. Let me get off Satan's chart, the NQ. All right. So did we see a bounce on gold? We saw a little small bounce on gold. Don't know why though. Hmm. Man, that shit did that shit perfectly. Finish that rotation. Yeah. And serve this purpose. So like once it touches that level, and then I'm gonna just redraw a new one. I think it's probably already done it again too, because anything above it. Mm, 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 mm. I'm gonna take this in the sense. You know what, man? Fuck it. Fuck it. Uh, mm, I'll take it, man. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. And I'll take it. I'm not gonna take it in the sim. I'll take it. You said price is not moving on September contract. Well, I mean, it's low volume. It's not a glitch, Poco. That's usually what happens when the new contract, we get a big green dildo candle up. And this is usually how the market kind of gaps over resistance without actually participating at those levels. The new contract usually does this because there's so low liquidity on this. So this is the actual price of the September contract. It's not moving, yes, but this is the actual price. Once we get kind of closer and volume actually rolls into this contract, let's actually look at the volume actually. Let's see how much volume is in this contract right now. So this is the ES. So this is the ES 0925 for the September contract. Yeah, so there's only 600 people or 600 contracts being traded in this right now. That is super low. You're not going to move the market with only 600 contracts. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And compared to how the current contract is trading at 20,000, so yeah, you're not going to see too much movement with this new contract. But we got 11 days until rollover. Let me actually get rid of Bitcoin. I don't even look at Bitcoin anymore. Especially when I got gold. I don't need Bitcoin. I got gold. I mean, I can look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is also not too. It's not horrible to trade. This instrument is definitely not horrible. I just wouldn't. I'm not going to. This is definitely an instrument that I would trade for fun. and not an instrument that I would just trade because it's so low liquidity. I don't get filled. I get bad fills, and with all the gaps that it leaves on the chart, it's not worth it in my opinion. But if you choose to trade it, I mean, it's not a bad thing to trade. It's very similar how it trades like gold. It's very similar. It is very similar. If you're a bear, you'll love this market because this thing is always shorting, and gold is always shorting too. That's why I love trading gold too. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm good. I'll just stick with gold. I'll just stick with gold. Oop, seriously. The hell was that even? Hmm. All right, we'll see. I mean, what I'm betting on right here, what I'm betting on is that we had this break of structure. We got, well, shit. Uh, hmm. We got this break of structure to the downside, but I'm starting to see that the EMAs looks like they're trying to flip. You got the both short-term EMAs flipping up to the upside, but you still got that long-term and VWAP sloping down. So, I don't know. I don't see where the bulls would be able to go. I mean, it's pretty obvious that the every time they pop this market up, that the bears have knocked it down. And I don't think this is a trend line. I don't think the market is trending, but mm, mm. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens here. I thought that they would go a little bit higher before, but we do got price kind of finding support at this trend line, so that kind of tells me that this trend line is correct. So that tells me that I got my trend line in the right spot. We got it going down off this high, touching at this pivot right here because we got price literally trying to bounce on top of that trend line. So that tells me that I got it right here. So now the only thing that we have to watch out for on gold is if we see price go right back into that channel and continue downward, or if we can kind of see a pop right here. I really prefer, I really would want to get filled on this. That would be nice, obviously, make some money, but it's looking like, yeah. Like I said, I saw this break of structure right here, the break of the value area low. And I got to remind myself how important that value area low is because every time the market reacts at it, it's like, damn, is that value area high or is that value area low? And for whatever reason, I'm always looking at levels above or underneath it and not actually the level itself. When gold has constantly shown that it will react at that value area high or low. And there we go. We got a 6 point, almost 5 point drop from the value area low right there, retesting the breaker structure. So we'll see if the bulls can kind of double bottom this thing right here. But I doubt it. I really doubt it. The bulls failed to buy it off of that trend line right here. We got a strong close back in the channel. The bulls are gonna have to work really hard to push this thing right back up. They're gonna have to work very hard. Not impossible, but they're gonna have to work hard. And now you got both of the EMAs, the short-term EMAs, now sloping back to the downside. So and we'll see what happens here. Yeah, if I'm watching this, then I should get into the habit of watching that. Let's get my setup correct. All right. So kind of going back to the ES. Okay, so yeah, so about like right there. Guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. And now I'm thinking about that gold that gold short I could have taken. Hmm. Well, we'll kind of see if the bulls are gonna try again to buy off that trend line. They're trying hard to break above that trend line and find support above it so they can buy it. That resistance trend line turn into support. They can use it as a launch pad. We all know that we got triangle stops. We got triangle stops all the way up and down this trend. So if the bulls can kind of push into it, we can see a move back up higher. You can see the move higher. I mean, I would highly doubt that it does that. I would highly doubt that. Because if it does that, then it usually does that too. I guess bookmap. I guess I should start looking at bookmap now. I do see a bunch of liquidity sitting at 972 on bookmap for ES. There's a lot of liquidity actually sitting at that level. So let's look at that. There's a lot of liquidity sitting at that level right now. Hmm. 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 There's a lot of liquidity sitting at that level. Hmm. All right, so this is what I'll do. This is what I'll do. This is what I'll do. Actually, I want to make sure I'm in the right account. Okay. I'll take it. But I think I'm only going to give this probably 7 points of risk potentially. Well, then fill the damn orders or buy damn stop. Mm. Yeah, I highly doubt that. Well, I mean, I guess we'll see, man. I guess we'll see. I'm not going to give this that much room to run. Uh, mm, okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll put it right underneath this low right here. Honestly, if this thing breaks down, then mm, okay. That's how much room I'm going to give it. That's how much room I'm going to give it. Because for whatever reason, the market is holding. Uh, there's a lot of liquidity here on the ES, so I'll take it. And I guess we'll see what happens. I'm gonna let this run overnight. I'm gonna see what happens. What I don't want to see is price break below 70. That's why I have my stop at 68. Anything below 70 could kind of get dangerous. We could start seeing stops getting ran underneath 70. I want to give it enough room to breathe, but I don't want to lose more money than I have to. I would have liked to kind of have gotten closer to 70, but I guess we'll see. I guess what we can potentially see is price move back up into this range. And if the Bears wants to hold, this is where they're going to have to hold it at. Actually, let me fix this now. Let me fix it now. Let me fix it now. Because I don't have a trailing stop on this at all. 562 minus 562. $113, huh? Mm, 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 mm. Mm. Yeah, they definitely got a bunch of orders sitting there at Okay, yeah, I'll keep this. I'll keep this on. I'll keep it on. We'll just see what happens tomorrow. Looks like we're getting the bulls to hold that trend line on gold. So we got the bears reselling the retest at that value area low. They push down back into this range where they double bottom. We're seeing the bulls break out of the trend line, the trend channel, breaking above the resistance trend line. We're seeing them break out above the resistance trend line. They pull back. They're finding support on top of it. And now they're making their way back up. So, and so we got a high right there. Okay. Mm, okay. Maybe it's just be some getting used to it. I mean, if I was in this right now, I definitely would have been short lived. It didn't break structure or anything. Oof. What I think the Bulls are waiting for is probably these EMAs to kind of get closer. Because if the Bulls start going crazy and start buying now, the Bears will definitely start rejecting at these short term EMAs. They'll definitely start rejecting at them. So I'm thinking that the Bulls are going to want to wait until these things get a little bit closer and start flattening out before they actually start moving this market again. But this is the Golden Sisters. So, I mean, we do have the Nasdaq holding the 21 EMA, and that's one. So, mm. As a bear, if I was in this short, obviously I would stubbornly hold it. If I'm in it short, I'm going to stubbornly hold it. But the one thing that I've come to accept is that if the market is not moving, then it's highly likely that it's going to start moving in the opposite direction. If it's struggling to continue in one direction, that means that it's building up to flip to the other side. So we'll see. Because if it's not going up, then it's going to go down and vice versa. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I mean, there's really no point for like a stop or anything. I mean, I guess what I could do with this is if mm, mm, yeah, you definitely have to start trading size if you want to make decent money with you want to make decent money with the ES. Mm, okay. So we'll just watch gold because ES that and that's literally watching paint dry. And shit, the Nasdaq ain't no better. So you're literally watching the paint dry. Mm. So we'll just watch gold. He said man, that's boring. The Golden Sisters. Ah. But actually, Investor Z, you said earlier that you're starting to like the ES. What about the ES? Are you? What about the ES? Are you starting to like? I mean, mm, we can see what it did. Man, it did it. It wasn't what I was looking for. And I think that's probably something else that I need to actually start paying attention to. I think that's something else I need to start paying attention because it'll work, but it's like a microstructure or something like that. It's micro. It's microstructure. It's not really big or anything. Yeah, that's exactly right. The one that be making up stories and be lying all the damn time for no reason. That's the NQ. The NQ has to be an Aquarius. The NQ is definitely an Aquarius. What the hell? I think we all love her, man. We all take our turn with her. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, it was my turn. Gold, 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 gold. Mm. Well, gold is definitely in an uptrend. I mean, I love shorting gold, but sometimes I gotta remind myself, like, bro, you need to watch out because gold is in just a super uptrend right now. Gold is in a super uptrend right now. It's not interesting. Looks like it broke that trend on the 18-minute. Looks like it has broken that trend, but it did it here, and we just popped right back into it, and now it looks like they're about to break back out of it. Looks like they're about to break right back out of this support trend line, and is using the other side of this trend line to short it. I know the bears right here, what it was like, yo, what the hell? Well, hold on, yeah, this was today. Yeah, this is freaking today. After gold did that bullshit to me, and then super pumps all the way up. Mm. You know, sometimes I look at CL on Bookmap because it's right next to gold. But watching CL's Bookmap, man, you really have to readjust, man, because that thing does not move. It moves when it wants to. It definitely moves when it wants to. Thing does not move. I mean, CL was she was my first. She was that first rebound girl that after me and NQ, when we thought that we were done for good, when I thought that we were done for good, me and NQ, CL was there. She taught me a lot. She taught me how to be a better, stronger trader. She was there for me. Many payouts from trading CL, though small, but consistent. I would trade one contract, try to shoot for 90 ticks, and I would do that consistently on CL. Very consistent. Back when it was trading beautifully. Very consistent. Look at that. I drew one range and you can like CL is another instrument that just respects structure. I mean, it has to. But all this slow movement, man, I don't know. I can't. I don't want to deal with this. Got a break. Looks like they held that bottom of that. So we got a break. They sold the retest. They came back in and sold it after they came back in into the range and sold it. Swept the highs. Came back into the range. Ugh. Mm. Yeah, today is super slow, man. It's like it's starting to become a habit of the market to freaking start moving and making moves literally at the open. Like it starts moving at the well, this is the freaking ES, but gold and Nasdaq has been starting to move literally at the open. Like look at this candle. Look at this doji candle from 6 o'clock. I mean, this was a freaking move at the open on the Nasdaq. In 1 hour, the market pushed up So 774, and the low of this candle was at 712. So what? It's about 62 points. The market moved in an hour, and then it's been chopping ever since. While the ES, um, this thing has been chopping around in a what 971, and the high saw a 10-point range. This thing moved 10 points back and forth, man. The ES is so boring. But the beautiful thing about ES is that you can slap on 10 minis on ES, man. If you got a good entry, you can slap 10 minis on. And you don't have to worry about a random, like once the support's in, you don't have to worry about any randomness. The only thing you have to do at that point is manage your position. That's it. When I first started dibbling, when I first jumped back into ES, I was trading FOMC, I think. I threw on, I believe, 15 contracts on ES, and when I said that that thing moved beautifully to one side, made 15K in a move, that was when I thought that I was going to stick it out with ES. But the Nasdaq is too good. That shit's too good. I went back to the Nasdaq because I'm sitting here thinking, shit, if I just threw on 15 mini contracts on ES and made that much, shit, just imagine being able to throw that much contracts on the Nasdaq, and you know how that shit go. If you ain't ready to leave the Nasdaq, you're gonna find a reason to go back. You're not ready to leave, you're gonna find a reason to go back. And at the time, I wasn't ready to leave. I will say that the NQ is probably or not the NQ, the ES. I've made no, that's not true because I passed an eval. So I guess in one play in one position, I think ES might have been my biggest because that trade I got to 15K real quick versus having to making 15K through various trades. It was one big trade, made 15K. And obviously I was gambling. I eventually blew that account because I think I got to the highs of 13 or 15K. Or not that same account, but another account with Apex. I was gambling FOMC, and I was just gambling, not necessarily looking to pass it, just to gamble it, just to have fun. And I blew that damn thing. I think I reached a high of 13 or 15K just full porting ES. Every time Powell said something, I shorted it or went long, or depending on what the market was doing. I faked myself out thinking that the ES was the NASDAQ, got out of a trade and flipped just for it to continue and hit my original target. Dopamine. Well, I guess that does make sense. I did get into this kind of late. It would make sense that they'll probably reject it at that level. They probably would. Yeah, honestly, I think I'm good in that ES long. I'm looking at it on a higher time frame, right? I think I'm good, especially if they hold. Especially if they hold. I think I'm good because I guess if they were going to reject it, they would have done it already. This price has been trading in a 25-point range, 24-point range. Looks like they swept the liquidity underneath this range and now they're making their way back up. I think I should be good. I think I should be good. Unless they want to reject it at this value area low right here, which would hurt my feelings. But what would be a better entry, cave trader? What would be a better entry? Because I'm thinking 71 was probably the best entry. The reason why I say that is because you got yesterday's value area low was at 69. We got price bouncing at 71. I think this is probably the best entry that you'll probably get after 71. If it goes lower than this, we got to remember that there's sell stops underneath this low. So if it goes further, it's going to tap into those stops and we'll go lower. So if it doesn't work out here, then this position is done. That the longs are done here. Then you say scalp it for a move back down. Where would you scalp it at? Where would you take the short trade or the short scalp? Where would you take it? And I don't commit blasphemy like that, cave trader. That's blasphemous. Such blasphemy. Taking profits before price hits your TP? Blasphemy. Blasphemy. Yeah, it could potentially, yeah, it potentially could. It potentially could. I mean, we'll have to see. That yellow line is a 21 EMA, the most powerful EMA that's on anybody's chart, or one of them. Oh, actually, I wouldn't say that. That 21 EMA is definitely the first line of defense. That 21 EMA is basically the Marines. They're the ones that the 21 EMA is at the front lines. They're in there before anybody else. The 50 EMA is the backup, just in case the first wave, if they get defeated, that second wave's coming at that 50. And I guess the quote unquote mother of all bombs right here, the 200 EMA, depending on which side of the market. So since price is underneath the 200 EMA right now, we could see price reject here. But we've have seen the price dip below it and come right back up. We have seen it dip below it and then come right back up. So we'll definitely have to see what happens here. Definitely have to see what happens. Oh, gold. Oh, don't do it. Oh, no. No. Hit my target before you reject. Limit me in, please. Limit me in. Hmm. Mm, mm, mm. I mean, uh, mm. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Um, mm. No, we'll see. This is. I would probably give this a. So if I get limited in, if I get limited in here, I say that this could potentially be a. Maybe like a not a 50% trade, but uh, I'll leave the limit where it's at. But this could potentially be maybe a 40-50% trade. Just 50-50, I think. I'll give this a 50-50% trade. Or maybe 40. I'll give it 40. Because the market is coming down, but sometimes gold be popping up. I mean, we did get a break of the trend line, but it's weak movement. It's chopping back up. We do got this range right here. This is why I'm taking this trade because of this range right here. But we'll see, man. We'll see. I kind of want to get deeper into the range. I don't necessarily care to I don't care to short it right here. Yeah, I appreciate that, cave trader. He knows about the targets, not the profits, but uh I will say that that low key kind of does hold me back. But at the same time, I do have to get better at doing that though. Especially if I'm down, kind of like this morning. I was given an opportunity to take a smaller loss and I didn't. And I took the bigger loss instead. I got to get better at doing that. Maybe set up a rule, but honestly, that's gonna probably require a lot of mental energy. Honestly, if the market gives me an opportunity to somewhat break even, maybe I just need to start trailing my stop and taking the smaller loss versus it coming back and taking me out, kind of like what happened this morning. So I need to get better at doing that. But looking at the wrong data, man. Oh shit. Oh. All right. So if this thing doesn't limit me in, if it doesn't limit me in before in 2 minutes, I will take this off. I will take this off. I'll keep the ES trade on overnight, but I'm not going to have this gold trade running overnight managing it. I'm not going to have two positions on overnight. And it does look like gold just freaking bounced. So I'm not 100% confident in what the hell. Yo, gold heard it. Gold is like, oh, you're not gonna take it, huh? Okay, you're not gonna take it, huh? In the next 2 minutes, bet, bet. Gold was like, bet. Let me limit you in, my guy. Let me limit you in. Make sure you all the way up in this shit. Well, we in it now. Shit, we in it now. We in it now. Mm. All right, so we are in this. But I'm not going to give it this much room, honestly. I'm not going to give it this much room. 97, 97.6. So that's about 2 points right there. Okay. I'll keep my stop right here. It's a 27 tick stop on this. 27 ticks. Shit, honestly, 98.4. All right. Well, I'm going to leave both of these positions running overnight. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So far, if the ES holds, I can this I can potentially get this target hit the first run without too much. But if it does run these lows, then that means that price is going to want to run lower. Um, Looking at the 18-minute chart on gold, I mean, I'm not too confident about this one. Yeah, I'm not too confident about this one. Hmm. Let me see. Let's see what it does here at VWAP. If we can kind of get a red candle at VWAP, then I'll stay in it. If not, where's VWAP at? 98.5. I'm gonna cut that. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut it. Mm, Mm. Mm. Yeah, I doubt that. Nice one, Gold. I was about to say, nice one. So I'm front running that value area high by literally 2 ticks, 3 ticks. Yeah, okay. All right. I'm not going to give this, like I said, I'm not giving this too much room. I'm playing the value area high. So 9. So 3999. I'm gonna give this maybe 2 ticks, man. Yeah, I'm only giving it that 18 ticks. I'm only giving it 18 ticks. If it don't reject here, then it ain't gonna reject. Say how's ES now? Yeah, I'm still in it. Still in above I mean, so far so good. I mean, we did get a rejection from the value area high. I wanted to front run it so I know I can be a part of it. And so far, I mean, we could potentially still see a bounce from this range, but we'll see. Like I said, I'm not going to give this too much room. Either it rejects here or I'll just take a smaller loss on this account. So, oh no, K Trader, no, you good, man. Bro, you're good. Please don't ever do that, man. You good, man. You're good. No, I'm always here to take people's opinions. And like I said, I'm not 100% trader. I'm about 70, 80%. And shit, we got an opinion, bro. Just I always consider somebody's opinion, obviously. I always consider someone's opinion. Yeah. Like I said, I always consider it. Like gain weight does it too. Like gain weight has just accepted that. Yeah, we just yeah, everybody has their own way to trade these markets, man. As long as we make money, that's all people care about. See, what's important to me, I don't care about necessarily. Well, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I don't care about a loss because I will trade on tilt, especially if I was looking for something to happen and it doesn't happen, and I'm trying to fight my way back to break even and blah 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 blah. Uh, but I'm trying to. So I mean, I got into a point now where it's like I'm trying to get to the point to where I'm trying to get the process done because what I really want is to be able to throw on 10 million contracts and catch moves like this. I want to be able to identify moves like this. When I see my P&L go up, it doesn't do anything to me. All that is just a number on my chart. What I'm looking for is where I have my target at, if that's going to get hit. Because usually I have my targets in an area of like the next level, support, resistance, whatever. Sometimes I do see that my target could be above or below or just out of reach of support, and price would need to overshoot for it to touch it. And in those situations, I will say that I stubbornly will hold a position even though it's highly unlikely that it won't hit. But that is something that I'm very aware of and I'm going to clean up. But you said right. Yeah, yeah, I definitely did. And that's why I deleted Nasdaq. I deleted my entry chart for Nasdaq. It's definitely challenging for me to take a loss on Nasdaq. I feel cheated more than anything. I put in the work, identify areas of support and resistance just for the Nasdaq to choose that she's not going to stop there and she's going to keep going. And then she stops you out. She goes far just enough to stop you out after making you feel like you were right, and then she goes and hits your target afterwards. It, it's just hard to accept that. I feel cheated. So I go on tilt more often than not with the Nasdaq. But on gold and ES, I'm not going to sit here and say that I won't move my stop hoping for a bounce. But for the most part, I can accept a loss because I was just wrong. I'm going to do everything I can to fix it, but I really don't see myself going tilt on gold and ES, especially when I know that if I make a mistake on the first trade, it can only go so far before it pulls back or it does something, and it'll give me an opportunity to make my money back depending on if I'm trading the correct size. So I mean, it's pretty straightforward. There's no reason to get angry with that. So it definitely took me losing my PA accounts that I worked so hard to build to just finally break up with the Nasdaq. But unfortunately, it had to happen that way. So, but that's it for me tonight, guys. Like I said, I'm gonna let this run. If it stops me out, it stops me out. There's only 18 ticks of risk that I have on this. So hopefully it doesn't need to go 18 ticks to the upside before it comes back down. And if it does, then that's fine. I'll take the small loss here. I am just going to still hold this ES trade overnight. Last night I got stopped out, and just for it to go in my direction, or it didn't go in my direction actually, because I was short. I thought I had a trailing stop on this, but I didn't. I don't know why. I thought I had a trailing stop on this. Maybe I might have taken it off, but I thought I did. So I would have gotten my target hit, but because I thought I had a trailing stop on this, I moved my target down because I assumed that once my trailing stop came in, it was going to trail it and I was going to make as much money as possible, but still have my stop trail price as it goes down. And it didn't do that. It straight up stopped me out. So that wasn't fun. But I didn't get mad. I didn't trade on tilt. It's like I can accept what I'm wrong on ES. I can be patient on ES because I have to be. I can be patient on gold because I have to be. It's just with the Nasdaq, I just get into a situation where it's like, shit, she's about to pump up 10 million points. I need to be ready for that shit. I just need to be ready for it. So, yeah. All right, guys, that's it for me. We'll definitely come back tomorrow morning, and we'll definitely look for more opportunities to earn some more money. And with that said, peace out, everybody. Have a good night.